baby. That's what I'm talking about. What a game today, guys. I know, it's not a huge win to some people, but every win from here on out for the rest of the season is huge. We've been playing great. I know it's just the Cardinals, but they got nothing to lose. You guys saw by that fake punt. It was 4th and I think at least 4th and 8. And, they go for that. They went for it on that 4th down when TJ Watt got that pick. So they had nothing to lose. Our defense came up huge again. And this feels like Steelers football to me. If you guys are true Steelers fans, you know what I'm talking about. But this was a huge W. And we're going to keep the momentum going because, next week we play the Bills. And then that Baltimore game, last game of the year, that game's going to show how great we really are because I think we can beat them. At M&T Bank in Baltimore, we're gonna get them. I have a strong feeling. Devlin Hodges. I guess he doesn't like to be called Duck, but Devlin Hodges. He remember that was the game Mason Rudolph got hurt. He filled in. Second half, he played great. I think he had 1 turnover, but he's 3-0 now as a starter. He's doing good, so I'm excited. I think we have a good chance, and with a great defense, this is how we're going to make a good run in the playoffs. It would be nice if we can get James Conner back, get like a 3 running back set a little bit, use Snell, Samuels, and Conner, get them rotating. I think we can be dynamic. And once we get Juju back, of course, it'll open it up for James Washington, Deontay Johnson. And speaking of Deontay Johnson, I said this like 4 or 5 weeks ago that he's something special. I can see it. I noticed it in the beginning of the year, and he just progresses and gets better. Like, he reminds me, this might be a little over the top, but he reminds me of AB when he came in and we had Emmanuel Sanders. And he was just, AB would only get so many snaps and throw to so many times, but he made big plays. And I was like, that dude's going to be something special. And I see it with Deontay Johnson too. I know he's going to be huge. He's dependable, and when he runs, it looks like he's barely even running. He's got unnatural speed, and it's phenomenal. So, I'm excited to see what we can do for the rest of the year. The season's not over at all. It is not over. So, and we get better as it gets colder out too. But the recap to today's game, I knew it was going to be a tough one. I actually had us losing this game because in the past, you all know we played down to competition. But I don't mean to call out Big Ben, but I think Ben plays down to competition, not always our team. This year is showing us that, we're beating teams that we should, and we're making great progress like we should. So Devlin Hodges is playing perfect. He's not making terrible mistakes, and he's a lot quicker than I thought, to be honest. He does throw up a lot of balls, and for some reason, Mason Rudolph wasn't connecting with anybody. Devlin Hodges is. He's giving our receivers a great opportunity to make big plays, and that's what we need. Like, we have great talent. It irritates me because I don't know why reporters and ESPN doesn't talk about Pittsburgh more. We're a great team. We're great. And even when Ben went out, I knew Tomlin was a good coach. I was figuring we'd keep around 500. 8-8, 7-9, 6-10 at worst with Ben going down. But we got such a good team. Development is through the roof this year. Last week it was, James Washington and Devlin Hodges, who I thought, would be like a game of the ball type of player, MVP of the game, whatever.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Today is Joe Hayden. He doesn't get recognized as much as he should. Ever since he left Cleveland, reporters and all these different, like Undisputed and First Things First, these shows talk down a little bit about Joe Hayden. They say how, he's washed up, or reporters say he's slow, you know what I mean? But if you guys notice, I'll have some stats here in a minute, but he's always going up against the number one receiver. And yeah, sometimes he gets beat. He is getting older, but he makes game-changing plays year in and year out. He doesn't always have interceptions, but that's not what it's about. It is about making big plays, and turnovers comes with that, but it's about getting the job done and winning. And Joe Hayden, you can tell he's a winner. He's a great athlete. I'm glad, he's on our team. And Minka Fitzpatrick's still doing great. Don't think, he just had a couple good games. If you guys realize, they're still not throwing to his side. So, thank God for him this year. Hopefully he's like the next Troy Polamalu, but we'll see. And to recap a little bit more, the downside of today's game. I need to get this out there. That Jordan Berry fake punt, I don't even know what that was. He was like shocked or something. He was like, there's two dudes in front of me, and boom, he gets laid out. Like, I'm just glad that they didn't pick it up and run it back for a touchdown, even though they ended up, getting down the field. I don't know if they scored. I don't know if that was the time TJ Watt got that pick. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm glad they didn't pick it up and run it. But, that was scary. I don't know what that was about. Our special teams coordinator, I don't know. It looked like he was calm. He was like, oh, I guess that didn't work out. I don't even know why we would try it. You know what I mean? We're up ahead. But one of the big things I want to talk about is there at the end of the game when we're right outside the red zone, and Cardinals had 2 timeouts left, and they just used one from Jalen Samuels running the ball, I think it was. And then after that, you hear the announcers talking, well, they're going to run it again so they can use up another timeout. Well, what do? We tried to throw a screen, which was a deadly play. It was scary because whoever that defensive end or outside backer tipped it, what if that would have been a INT, and that could have been a pick 6 because he had the whole field in front of him. So those type of plays, we do it time and time again. I think if we're trying to get the defenses off their feet or something, like we're trying to shock them and make big plays, and sometimes it happens, but I think we need to wait on it with Devlin Hodges. Get him, just calm down a little bit, because then it was 3rd and 10 or whatever. Or 3rd and 6, Snell ran it, and he got like 4 or 5 yards, and it was like 4th and 2. Well, if we wouldn't have thrown that screenplay, we probably would have got the first down after running 3, run plays. So we, there's still some things we gotta work on as a team. I'm not a coach, obviously. I don't work for Pittsburgh, but it's just, things like that we need to work on. So, this is just going to be short and sweet, but the biggest thing about today was knowing how we played against Kyler Murray, because then we're going to Josh Allen, and I want to see how we do against him. Still one of them scrambling, making plays type quarterbacks, running around in the back, or running around the pocket and making defenders miss. Bud Dupree and TJ Watt did a great job today. What I'm scared of is they get tired, though. You've seen them both coming off the field, and then we have like Anthony Chickillo coming in and stuff. And they're, good players, but the thing is, you can tell they're making our defense tired. They're making our front 7 tired. And, we did a really good job, and I think it was a good test for moving forward. Like, it times up perfect for when we play Lamar, because then we can scheme up until we get there. So it was a good test. It was a great game. TJ Watt, man, one of these years you're going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And I think, you have potential to be better than your brother. I really do. He's more durable, which is the #1 thing for a player to last in the league and, you know, to be great. You know, people argue if JJ is going to be in the Hall of Fame or whatever. I don't really want to go into that right now, but I think TJ is definitely going to be a Hall of Famer someday. Super durable, super smart. You know, has a great football background, so, you know, this defense couldn't be any better. Love it. Reminds me of good old Pittsburgh football when we went back and you know, in Super Bowl 43, and I forget what Super Bowl it was when we played Seattle, but this reminds me of that type of defense. So, you know, I think it was a good test. I think we're ready for ready for Josh Allen, and we're ready for Lamar Jackson, and we got this. You know, we got this. So, but yeah. So before I end this video, make sure you guys subscribe. You know, a lot of you are watching my videos, but you're not subscribed. Come on, just, you know, just subscribe. Come on, man. Give me some love. I'll give you love back. I'll give you a shout out. It don't matter. You know, I'm getting this started. But yeah, I mean, most of you guys are watching, but you're not subscribed. So, you know, join the team, Curry Mac. I'll think of a name someday if I blow up a little more. But yeah, that's it, man. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Curry Mac, out. Let's go.